The day they took Bella, a fight for justice on our land. The morning started like any other on our 10-acre ranch just outside Willow Creek, a sleepy town in northern Texas. The air was crisp, the coffee was brewing, and the sun was just peeking over the horizon. Then a single gunshot shattered the quiet, sharp and cruel, followed by a scream that tore through my chest like a blade. It was my son, Tommy, only 10 years old. I dropped my mug, the ceramic shattering on the porch, and sprinted toward the pasture, my boots pounding the dirt, my heart racing faster than my thoughts. When I reached the clearing, I froze. Tommy was kneeling in the grass, his small arms wrapped around Bella, his therapy horse. Her white and brown coat was streaked with blood, her tiny body limp, her eyes empty. "Dad," Tommy sobbed, his voice breaking. "They shot her. They shot Bella." I dropped beside him, my hands shaking as I touched her side. No heartbeat, no breath. She was gone. Bella wasn't just a horse, she was Tommy's lifeline, the reason he could face the world despite his anxiety. And now she lay dead on our land. I looked up and saw them. Two men in camo, rifles slung over their shoulders, stepping through a broken section of our fence. One smirked. "Better not be messing with our deer," he called, like this was a joke. Rage surged through me. "That's no deer," I warned. "That's my son's Ori on my land." They hesitated, then the shorter one shrugged. "We had permission. Some lady from the HOA said it was fine." "HOA?" My blood ran cold. This was private land, our land, far from any subdivision. Who the hell was giving out permission? That's when I saw her, standing by the fence in a lavender jacket, clipboard in hand, like she was inspecting a garden. Margaret Voss, the self-appointed queen of the local homeowners association. She didn't flinch as I stormed toward her. "You sent these men here?" I demanded. Her lips curled into a thin smile. "This land's wasted, overgrown. The board thought hunters could make better use of it." I stepped closer, my voice low and dangerous. "My son's horse is dead because of you." She scoffed. "It was just a pony." The air went still. I recorded her words on my phone, every syllable dripping with disdain. "Say that again," I growled. She did, and I knew this wasn't over, it was just beginning. The sheriff arrived too late to catch the hunters, who dragged themselves off after I hit them with tranquilizer darts from an old cattle rifle. But I had their bag, maps, fake permits, all stamped with Margaret's name. Sheriff Daniels took the evidence, his brow furrowing. "This is serious, Jack. I'll need footage." I handed him everything: drone feeds, gate cams, the works. That night, Tommy didn't speak. My wife, Laura, held my hand, her eyes fixed on the ceiling. Grief hung heavy, but beneath it, something fiercer buzzed. Resolve. The next morning, I met Deputy Carter, a sharp young officer, at the station. He showed me drone footage of the hunters burying a cooler near our fence. Inside, hunting bait and a list of GPS coordinates labeled Permitted HOA Hunting Zones, authorized by Margaret Voss. Carter's voice was grim. "These guys are part of a poaching ring. Felony charges if we tie Margaret to it." I clenched my jaw. "She tied herself. I've got her on tape calling Bella just a pony." "That's not negligence if that's malice." We built a memorial for Bella that weekend. A simple wooden arch in the pasture, her name carved in soft blue, her saddle resting on a cedar post. Tommy picked a smooth creek stone to place beneath it, his thinking rock. It was sacred, a piece of healing. But Margaret wasn't done. She showed up Monday in her white SUV, a cheap-suited lawyer trailing behind. "That structure violates HOA guidelines," the lawyer said, pointing at the memorial. I stepped forward. "This is a memorial, not a shed. And this land's mine." Margaret smirked. "Your ranch borders public green space. You never filed exclusion papers, so we assumed control." Laura scoffed. "You redrew the map, didn't you?" Margaret's smile didn't waver. "Rules evolve." That night, they burned it. I smelled the smoke at 3 a.m., sharp and acrid with gasoline. I sprinted to the pasture, Laura grabbing Tommy. The arch was engulfed, Bella's saddle reduced to ash. I tried to smother the flames, but it was pointless. The fire was deliberate. By dawn, deputies cordoned off the scene. Carter found a melted gas can and showed me new footage. Margaret, in a hooded coat but unmistakable in her white boots and lavender scarf, dousing the memorial. "She's cooked," Carter said. Laura held up her phone, showing an email leak from a former board member, Nancy, detailing Margaret's bribes and land fraud. Let her explain this, Laura said coldly. We thought the fire was the end, but a letter arrived days later. A legal notice accusing us of running an unlicensed therapy center, with Bella demanding $5,000 daily fines until we vacated. Tommy overheard, his fists clenched. They're using Bella against us. His voice was steady, fierce. I want to speak at the town meeting. I want to tell them what she did. Laura and I exchanged a look. You sure? I asked. He nodded. If they won't listen to you, maybe they'll hear me. The HOA meeting was a circus, packed with Margaret's loyalists and our neighbors, some wavering, some furious. Margaret stood at the front, her slideshow flashing fake maps and doctored bylaws. Due to violations, we moved to seize the Carter Ranch, she declared. I shoved the doors open, slamming a folder on her podium. Your maps are fake. Your permits are forged. And your name's on every one. Nancy stood. I saw her do it. Our surveyor, Greg, held up original maps. This ranch was never an HOA. Carter entered, badge gleaming. We're investigating Ms. Voss. Voting with her could make you complicit in a federal crime. The room erupted. Margaret tried to flee, but Carter blocked her. You're not going anywhere. Outside, Tommy waited on the steps. Did it work? I knelt beside him. Better than we hoped. The community rallied. Neighbors brought cedar planks, kids laid flowers, and Greg installed motion lights. But a federal agent arrived weeks later, revealing Margaret's bigger scheme. She'd sold over 60 fake hunting licenses across state lines, claiming our land was abandoned. You're a key witness, he said. And increased security. Some buyers aren't happy. That afternoon, one of the hunters returned, spitting threats. I stood firm. You killed my son's horse. Be glad you're not in jail. He backed off, but I checked every lock that night, shotgun ready. Then came another blow. A corporate law firm, tied to Margaret's plan, claimed easement rights with forged surveys, demanding we vacate in 90 days. Laura's hands shook as she read the letter. She's still pulling strings.